y'all, it took everything I had. I was this close to putting like some Christmas tracking on the back of that intro. My finger was, it just wouldn't let me do it. Cause who want to hear that Christmas music? Nobody. Welcome to this Meet Me Next Christmas Live. How is everybody doing on this Friday? I hope you guys are doing well. We are here to discuss this good old Christmas rom-com available on Netflix. If you have not seen it already, maybe this discussion will get you ready to see it. This is just the type of flick to get you geared up. You know how they like to just skip over Thanksgiving and get straight to Christmas? This is what that film said. So we skipping all of that. We won't need that kind of holiday. We're going to skip to the holiday that we want to see. If you are just getting in here, make sure you are hitting the like button on everybody's platform and you are showing us some love and subscribing and all of that good stuff. Let me go ahead and bring the person out who I know was here for this movie and is here for all things Christmas. Because actually, I wouldn't put no Jolly Ollie tunes on the backtracking of the intro. How you feeling about Meet Me Next Christmas?
You know what? And that's a shame because sleigh bells ring. Are you listening?
That's living. That's living single. That's living single. That's living single.
Definitely going to be watching that episode of Living Single tonight because it just feels Kyle Barker appropriate. Yeah. But no, I enjoyed this. This is right in my wheelhouse. Y'all know I love a predictable Hallmark-ish Christmas movie every single time. It's going to do it for me. But what I will give it up to them for this, I enjoyed this. I thought this was fun. It took me back to the older era of rom-coms, and it gave everything I needed. It was like my Hitch, you know what I mean? But put Christmas on it. So I really, really enjoyed this. I enjoyed Deval. I haven't seen him much. I don't watch Sisters or Zatima. So this is one of my first times really seeing him in his element. I think he and Christina did a great job, and Kofi was fine. I just needed him more than twice.
Talk about that false advertisement because y'all tried it. Y'all tried it. I'm gonna go and bring out Kay with them books in the back because we be on the same plane as far as what Christmas means to me, my love. It don't mean as much, but maybe Kay enjoyed this movie also. And I'm not gonna act like I didn't enjoy it. I enjoyed it for what it was. It's very Hallmarky, very safe, very, hey, come on, kids, come on in the room. We can all watch it together. Kay,
very demure.
Yeah, very demure, very, very Christmas. Kay, did you enjoy this movie?
Oh. Bye humbug, Kay. Bye humbug.
I enjoyed looking at Kofi in the movie.
I mean, Kay, that's not what I said. I asked you if you enjoyed this movie, Kay.
I wanted more conflict. It was too happy and where was the I wanted some fussing, some fighting, some drama and trauma. This was just too happy for me. I'm like, give me a little bit of some family drama, some relationship conflict. It was just too happy and too in a good mood. I was like, this is too much holiday cheer, and I'm fresh off of Halloween.
Just when I thought I was a Scrooge, Kay said, hold my beer. Kay said, hold my beer. No, Kay, and we can save it for the overall thoughts and situations like that. But this is definitely the kind of film that you... depending on who you are, this is what you dive into it and you turn your brain off. I knew what this was. I'm not gonna lie and say I knew what this was because from this poster, I just knew we was getting a love triangle, and that was not what this was. I thought we was gonna be picking and choosing and this fine black man, which one I'm gonna go with. It wasn't that, but this is your standard. First of all, it stars Christina Milian, okay, and we know that she. Yes, pick it up slow, roll it all around, poke it out like your back broke. Or if you my age, call me, beat me if you want to reach me. It was I didn't mind it. It's not something I'm gonna throw on aside from this one time. But I wouldn't mind years down the line, like, hey, this is background. When it's holiday time and you just want a holiday-esque movie playing on your TV in the background, this is that. And you chime in, you get a couple of chuckles, but it was to be expected, everything that happened here. I wasn't mad at it. I found myself laughing a few times, which I was surprised at. And I appreciated some of the actors here getting to show what they could do outside of Tyler Perry universes, and we're going to talk about him. Ashley, what were your overall thoughts about Meet Me Next Christmas?
Overall thoughts, because I do my little shorts and I post them, and I actually did a recap on it. And y'all, this is literally just mindless little fantasy, like just a little bit of escapism for you. Like whenever we're in this season, this is a time to unwind, to let go, and for everybody to have a happy ending. And that's what I think you have to go into this with that. This is not like a deep thinking movie. There's not going to be, like Kay said, no knife fights, no toxicity in the family, except for the fact that Deval, was living back home and failing at his concierge job. But I enjoyed it. I thought it was a cute one. I've already watched this movie twice. All right. It will be, it's already in my holiday lexicon, and it'll come back. But the list is extensive, but I think it's worth adding. Like like Tyra said, put it on in the background while you're cleaning, while you're cooking, while you're doing something. It's just fine. It's not a movie you have to pay close attention to. You're going to laugh. You're going to giggle. I mean, I thought it delivered what it was supposed to.
Yeah, it was very 80s to me. Like them going from place to place. It felt very 80s. When you would just throw on something, and not to put it together, but like a splash or something, like just a little fantasy. Some Tom Hanks.
Mannequin.
Yeah, Mannequin. Those 80s like little fun carefree movies. But it was the 80s, so we can get a little bit more risque than we decided to get here. But it was in the realm of those things. But this could never be like a Pretty in Pink, 16 Candles type of rom-com moment, because baby, those are classic. But for what it was, I was not mad. Kay, meet me next Christmas.
I'm not meeting him on Christmas ever again. See, it ain't like I just don't like Christmas movies. I like This Christmas. There was a fight in it when they was at the club. I like Almost Christmas. They had to fight at the dinner table. I needed some drama and some struggle and strife in the movie. And then put some love in there. I mean, they wrapped it in a little love story. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, give me some more stuff that's in there. I like Best Man Holiday.
Yeah. Yeah, we get it. No, what I feel like this movie, I was like, man, this would have been like a contender for like if we would have put a little 13 or R on that rating, just a little bit, a little stank on it, just a little bit, and kept it like this, and took that Christmas off, we might have been cooking. All right, we might have been cooking. This would have been a contender. But when you place something in that Christmas category, you kind of cancel out your film altogether for people to know exactly what they're getting into. It's just like, oh, it's one of those Christmas Hallmarky movies, and you kind of write it off. But baby, if we could have got the love triangle that I thought we were with old Kofi over there, oh yeah, it wasn't that. It wasn't that. But I still was not at all mad at this. But Kay, I do understand your need for conflict.
I even like Jingle Jangle. I feel like Jingle Jangle had a good long conflict in there. It's like on site.
But Kay, guess what? In case you didn't know, this was directed by Rusty. Rusty directed this. Matter of fact, I'm not sure because I didn't have time to confirm it, but I think Rusty was portraying that mimic that was on the street, the mime. He directed this, and this our boy, we getting over here, and this is Tales from the Hood territory. I was so surprised to see that he directed this film. I was like, oh, Rusty been outside, like recently outside on Netflix. I was happy to see this. For anybody who is a fan, we mostly know him for his classic films like Sprung, which if you want to get into cheesy, romance, Sprung is very much so that. Like a lot of the things here, little moments that were like cheesy, I was like, yeah, these are very Tisha Campbell, Rusty Cundieff moments from Sprung, even though Sprung, baby, that's classic. Give me back my good hair. I hope you die. I love Sprung. And then you have something like Tales from the Hood, which I think he is mostly known for. And if you like way, way back in the craze, then you don't know about Fear of the Black Hat. If you don't know about Fear of the Black Hat, if you enjoyed CB4 with Chris Rock, you'll probably enjoy this too. But I was very happy to see that he directed this. Kay, does that mean anything to you? Because we love some Clarence Williams III.
Rusty, I need you to come on back. Okay. You done veered off to the wrong holiday. I need you to just walk it on back a couple months. Cause no.
Walking on back a couple months.
Walking on back.
Let that man. He did Sprung. Kay, we love Sprung is a rom-com.
And I will watch Sprung before I watch this one again.
Oh Lord. Ashley, what about you? Are you here for Rusty stepping out? Because this is a seasoned Black director. Rusty, we even go back to him acting low in the back and being Gamma Phi Gamma in School Days. Like Rusty been outside a very long time and being like this with Spike Lee and getting it out the mud and giving us these classics. I was very happy. I was like, Rusty directed this film and it's all recent and on Netflix. And then I think it's number one. I was happy. It gave me some joy. Ashley, do you find any joy in this?
Absolutely. Here for this. I had no idea this is the face behind Sprung. a classic, living legend. Okay. No, I love this. Y'all know I love for telling different stories. I love that he's not pigeonholed into one genre really, or that he's kind of taking elements from each and throwing it into this. I thought this was well done. And I'm here for it. I hope he gets way more projects. It's like, he's like, okay, let me come on out. Let me come outside a little bit and see what's going on. I'm absolutely here for it. It makes it all the more worthwhile the watch. So I'm excited to know that. Good for him. And now I'm going to look him up because I have not watched Fear of the Black Hat. I'm going to check out his IMDb.
If you don't like CV4, don't you go over there and Fear the Black Hat streets. It's a product of its time, but it's on the nose as far as a satirical type of comedy situation. But what we do love here, I see that someone has gifted a whole 5 memberships on Ashley's end, I believe. Ashley?
Yes. Thank you, Britt Brad.
Folks.
Thank you, Britt Brad. Appreciate you.
Yeah, I just want to acknowledge that. I was looking, I was like, gifts. It was Omar. I was like, donations, gifts. Ooh.
Some people got some early Christmas going on over there. Okay.
Early Christmas gifts. It's that giving spirit. Thank you so much. I just wanted to acknowledge that. Welcome to the membership. Hopefully you guys stay and chillax a little while. Just a little bit. But yeah, we're gonna acknowledge Rusty. Kay said no. I just knew, Kay, I thought this would have a little spark for you. Like, oh, it's Rusty. Kay still said absolutely not. Now, y'all, I'm going to try to get this here because I do try to give a little notion of maybe a little bit of a description of what the movie was about. But, child, it was a long day. But I'm going to try to get it on here anyway. And hopefully it comes all the way up. We can add a little something to it. Hopefully. Let's see. I'm trying, y'all.
You got it. It's good, girl. It's good.
It was. I tried. It was, child. Yeah, it was a day. But I know some people will have. I'd be surprised at how many people we have here when we discuss stuff, and they're like, "Yeah, I ain't watched that. I ain't seen it. I didn't even know about this film." So maybe a little. I think Kay's gonna wince when I play it, but I wanted a little, just a little description of what we had going on here in this movie. Kay, the way you disappointed me on Rusty, I just knew.
I'm like, if you got time to direct some more horror movie, since we got time.
Lord, Kay.
Last minute gifts, Merry Christmas.
Somebody sitting there?
No, go for it.
I see the Barbarian.
I'm James.
No, he's not.
Nice to meet you, Layla.
That's the best part right there.
Mark, it's like a fairy tale.
Maybe one day.
Yeah.
Lean in if you want to, Kofi.
They're meant to be together, right?
You mean hypothetically if those two people were single?
Who knows? Maybe a year from now,
Are you hoping for the demise of my relationship?
if somehow we both end up single on Christmas Eve, what if we meet next Christmas at their concert?
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
It's a date?
It's a maybe.
Layla,
What?
no.
World? Get out. Get out.
To be fair, you are home early. Layla, we can talk.
Shut up. The universe has spoken.
Concierge service. They can get you anything you can think of.
That's why I'm giving you this assignment. Just get the woman her ticket and give me a reason to keep you employed.
Y'all, that is the gist. That is the gist of the film. From that point on, we are just pretty much on a wild goose chase of giving him a reason to stay employed and getting Miss Mama her tickets to roll up on James, because we were gonna call her by his name. Now, Kay said no. I thought this would be warm to Kay, just a little bit. We'll run it again later for anybody who hasn't seen it when we're a little bit further on. But let's start with Miss Christina, because baby, if you haven't been out there in those Netflix streets, you might not know Christina is becoming Little Miss Rom-com. So that's why I knew what to expect, because I have seen all 3 of these, and I'm like, girl, I don't know who you signed with, but they got you working. And it's all different rom-coms. I'm gonna go with Ashley. Ashley, how do you feel about Christina kind of taking that lead and being in all this? Because these are different, all kind of leads, all kind of scenarios, but it's very Hallmark. But she's taking on these roles and becoming Little Miss Rom-com, in my opinion.
I said I need to go back and check out some of these other ones. I've seen Falling in Love, and I saw another one where she was like this snotty, person, and goes in and the man breaks her on down and they fall in love and all that stuff. So I've seen a couple of the different ones, but I said, let me add Christina to my little repertoire, because let's not sleep on her. She's not a bad actress. I think she does fine in these types of roles. It's always going to be black or black adjacent. Which I'm also kind of here for, because you don't really see that representation from like Afro Latinas a lot of the time. So I'm actually kind of here for it. Not mad at her in this role, honey. Get your coins. She said, let me go on and transition. I did the music thing. I've done the acting thing. Let me, in this age, right, settle into the acting. And I'm here for it, girl. Go ahead. Go get your Tia Tamara coins. Do all of them. Go to Hallmark, go do Lifetime, and do your Netflix. Get the bag.
Yeah, I'm here for the bag. I always gotta.
I know. Go ahead.
No. Okay, I'm here for the bag, and I'm here for these roles. But it always be slumming on my neck, just right here on the back, and I just be like, I love how Christina, represents for her Afro Latina and all that good stuff, but she's a go in between. Like, she can go either way with any role. Like, it's an equal opportunity thing. And sometimes, especially with these, Netflix lower, this isn't, budget in theaters. These roles are kind of far few in between, especially for the Black actresses. So when we have, good, fine Black men here, sometimes I just be wanting to see like a sister. But that's just me. That's just me
too.
I just be want to see, because and they're like not even just like sisters, but those new up and coming actors. Like Christina has been from AM to PM. we was over there with singing them songs for Jennifer Lopez. She has been out and about a very long time, and I'm never going to take away or not want to see a woman get some work. But sometimes I just be want to see a newcomer or just a fresh face, preferably a Black one. Kay, what about you? How do you feel about Christina being Little Miss Rom-com?
No, Resort to Love was all right. I did kind of like that movie. When I guess when she started her era of these romantic comedies and stuff. I did watch that one. I like Love Don't Cost a Thing. Mm-hmm.
That's it, Kay. Mm-hmm. That was what? Kay, what was that? 2004 or something?
I still watch it too. I'll watch it before I watch Meet Me Next Christmas.
Oh, Lord, Kay. Well, I did. I enjoyed all of these. I'm very happy that she's finding her footing in this place, and it's great. But I just sometimes, and it's not just Christina. I notice a lot of the times, and I think we discussed this in the chat, when it comes to Netflix or your Hulus, they fall back into what's familiar, and you'll see these roles, and it'll be Sanaa, it'll be Nia, it'll be Gabrielle Union, which we love. But I'm like, we have our women here who are mid 40s, early 50s sometimes. And I'm like, we're the new people. I love these people, don't get me wrong, but we're the new up and coming actresses. Y'all know how we were, yelling to the top of our lungs when we saw or met the ladies and all you can eat Supremes buffet. And it was like, oh, who are these new people? Like, where are those folks? I be want to see some of them sometimes, because y'all gonna call these folks. Y'all gonna hit up a Kerry Washington. Like, baby, we're the new people. we're
bring
the new
them out.
People. Yeah, the new people coming up who need a break. But Christina said, I got the check. Okay. I got the check. I'm gonna do this rom-com, okay? I'm here for it, and I'm happy that she's still, following in her footsteps and following her footing, because it's hard to have relevancy and maintain a career from early 2000s to now. That's amazing. False advertisement, because where? This is my main problem, because I watched this. Love Christina. Love all of that. But baby, I watched this for one man. I watched this so I could see coffee in abundance. I was like, oh, because I'm not, which I guess I need to go get caught up on. I haven't seen Queen Sugar. I need to watch it, but I haven't seen it. Actually, don't be clutching.
You would love it. No, I do that because I think the first 2-3 seasons are like perfection of Queen Sugar to me. I think you would be so invested. It's beautiful, literally. Ava DuVernay did her thing.
With that being said, you know what I'm saying? I haven't seen him in abundance like that outside of his movie role. So I was like, oh, okay, let's go. And it was like, yeah, and scene. I did not know that we were going to see this man for all of 5 minutes and not see him again, period. Ashley, do you think this movie suffered because we didn't get the love triangle that was advertised in the trailer and on that poster? Because that's not what this was.
Yes, it did. Because this was an imaginary love triangle, honey, because it's all in her mind this whole time. It's in her mind the whole movie. I mean, the first part really did happen, but baby, he made that appearance and we ain't see him till 1 hour and 23 minutes into this thing. It was, listen, y'all played. Now, I get it. I would have liked to see the man with his shirt off. But here, listen, after watching all of the things that we've watching that have been hypersexualized, I was almost glad nobody was bumping uglies in it. I was almost glad, y'all didn't hear me say officially glad, but almost. But yes, it was definitely false advertising. This was clickbait. They said, we gonna get y'all into this and she gonna have to choose. They both gonna be after her. And it was nothing of the sort. But he was still fine. Like I said, in them 2 scenes we get to see him in, he big fine. Look like he smelled good, tastes good, all the above.
Nobody's shirt had to come off. You know what I'm saying? This could have been the same PG type. This could have been the same scenario, but I thought we were getting like, hey, I'm here with my main, and yet my long lost love. We popped up, and it's a Christmas event. Like, who do I go with? What do I choose? Like, I didn't know. I just thought it was going to be one of those situations where we're going to see some flirting and get some of them pretty white teeth, but we didn't. Kay, did you feel some type of way, or were you just? It just feels like you were done anyway. But did it affect you that we didn't get as much Kofi as we thought we would?
We didn't get enough Kofi, and we got way too much Deval. I just was not trying to look at him the whole movie. Like, could they have switched roles or something? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe he just scarred me because he been in BET shows, and I always feel like the acting don't be the acting that I would like to see on screen.
Yeah,
Lord have
I
mercy.
didn't see Deval for that long.
We sorry, Deval.
Deval saved this for me. Honestly, he saved it because it was we gonna move. Okay, y'all see how Kay acting out here in these streets? That's just because it's Christmas on this movie. That's the only reason she acting like this. If this was a horror movie, she would have went up. Let's get this man some shine, because this ain't no Zach or Zatima. Okay, now I ain't never seen Zatima, but I've seen enough of Sisters to know what he offers in this universe, and I was just like, baby, look. And it's you okay. Let me say it right, because y'all know I'll be on Tyler Perry's head top, rightfully so. But this was the fact that this was a PG-13 Christmas movie, and I feel like this man has given me more range in this one movie that I ever saw in a million episodes of Sister. I was like, what? I don't know what he putting on them people over there. I don't know what direction he's giving, but this was so much more elevated. I was like, look at him. There has been no room, and get your money, get your check. Same goes for Christina. But with Deval Ellis, there has been no room over there on Sisters. And I don't follow him. I know a lot of people know him for, I think, his relationship, and I think he does like, I don't know, podcast type stuff, or they have, but I'm not into that. The only capacity I've seen this man is on Sisters. So to see him here being a little out of character, being really funny, joking, dancing, girl, when he got with that cousin, I got my life. I thought it was great. Like, I was like, I would have never thought you had any range to do anything outside of the Sisters. Makes it look like he can't act at all. If you want to be real, like, it's just like, it looks like somebody who got a break and they're acting in this universe because we're fine, we got some muscles, and y'all know Tyler Perry got a type. I was like, baby, if you don't get out the streets, I ain't gonna say that because get your money, but Ashley, please take it before I keep going.
But no, we know that TP and them over there have a certain aesthetic that they like, and there is a certain acting style that he appreciates. And sometimes I wonder, like, does he do this so that these people have to stay in his universe for 500 episodes? Like, you know what I mean? Because when I saw him over here, I was like, okay, now I was initially introduced to Deval. I think the Black Love doc, which was like a series like on OWN network or whatever, where Black couples in Hollywood would tell their stories. And so I met him, Kadeem, fell in love with them, the family, because I think initially he was a professional athlete and then he hurt himself. That didn't work out. And so he's pivoted, which I love for him, love for his wife, love for his kids. But I too started watching Zatima because I wasn't going back to Sisters. And I was like, what is he doing over here? And then after watching this movie, I said, oh, okay, this was cute. He fully embodied the boy next door in Teddy. Like, I feel like he did a great job capturing the character. I liked his timing. I liked a lot about what he did here. And I was honestly surprised, especially when you hear about an athlete who's now transitioning into acting. You think the Tyler Perry shows. You don't necessarily think he's going to come mainstream, but I'm here for this energy. I'm here for him doing some, like I said, get on the Hallmark, baby, get on that train, or do something more. I think these are stepping stones, and maybe this is a rite of passage for him. But I'm excited to see what else is in him to do. I think all he needs is the opportunity and the direction.
That's where I was with it. I say all we need is more. I was like, oh, we need opportunities to get out of that universe to really see what we can do. At this point, I'm questioning everything I know. I was like, I need to see all of them folks over there, which is sad to say because I love that these actors, like we said, are getting regular work and we're able to see them and know who they are. But I'm like, if you can get out of this universe for all of 5 minutes in a rom-com on Netflix of all places and give more range than you've given over there in years, I want to see other people outside. Kay, did he do anything for you?
Pretty Girl Danny has a quote over a message over here, and I agree with everything she said.
Can't stand his voice or how he acts sometimes, but other than that, I'm sure he's a good man, Savannah, and father to his family. Thank you so much, Pretty Girl.
She's a beautiful gown. She's a beautiful gown.
Completely agree. Yep, that's the one.
You're a mess. You guys are a mess. You guys are a mess, but okay. It did something for me. It did something for me, and it did something for Ashley. And I'm looking forward to when we get to see him do more because I really enjoyed him here. It was very much giving Boy Next Door. Now look at here, Kay. I put these here for you because I knew it. I knew we was gonna need a break. I knew we were gonna need a break. Okay, Kay, I'm coming to you first. If you had to choose, are you going with the perfect holiday or are you going with the best man's holiday?
I mean, you know, my man is in both of them, but I'm gonna go with Best Man Holiday because that new edition talent show was unmatched.
Yeah. I'm here for the conflict too, Kay, because the way that we're going to be getting into breaking down the Best Man's Holiday around in the thick of Christmas, because the way Harper rolled up with them same problems 50 years later, like, no, you didn't come in here being a secret 50 years later, Harper. The conflict there and the audacity of Harper, it was just too juicy over there. The Perfect Holiday is really, really innocent. I watched that a couple years ago, like with the kids, and I was like, oh, this is very, very Hallmarky too. I didn't, for some reason, it's forgettable. Even though we have like Cat Williams, we have Queen Latifah, Terrence Howard, Charlie Murphy, but it was something about it. It didn't really stick in my mind. So I'm going to go with the Best Man's Holiday. Y'all be ready to roll up on that because the audacity of Harper. Ashley, where you going? Which way you got?
Definitely Best Man's Holiday because I don't remember the Perfect Holiday. There became a certain point where I was sick of seeing Gabrielle Union and Morris Chestnut together. So I just stopped after a certain point. Girl, I'm sick of seeing you being mean on the camera. So I don't know I don't know what happened in that movie. Sorry to that movie. But we gonna roll with the Best Man Holiday because it gave everything you needed. We had tension, we had a little bit of fighting. You know, they was gonna deliver, like you said, 50 years later. And I was here for everybody looked good. It was nostalgic. You had a tear. You know what I mean? It gave.
Yeah, girl. When Lance went down at the grave, I was like, oh, somebody catch him. Harper, be good for you. Be useful for once in your life. Go catch Lance. Get over there. Oh man, yeah, there was a moment in time where it was like the brothers who could play that game. It was like, I was like, well, are they like a secret Hollywood couple? And why y'all keep putting them together? Like, it got to a point where you were seeing a whole lot of Morris and Gabby as if there was nobody else to call. But I can understand, but there is something of forgettable quality to The Perfect Holiday. But if you are looking for a Black holiday rom-com, The Perfect Holiday is all the way out there for you. Now, we get into the Pentatonix and the fate and meeting James in this whole scenario. This is the whole premise of the movie. This is the whole premise of the movie. We are trying to get these tickets and make our way back to James. Because baby James said, if you single and I'm single, and we outside like this, oh, look who's here. It's EJ.
Hey, everybody. Hey.
Hey.
I am good, y'all. My bad. I'm late. I'm so sorry. I thought we was on at 7:15.
No, you were
My bad.
you were okay. We have not gotten, completely far into that. I will go back just a little bit for you to get your opinions on certain things. And it'll probably just be from here on up. Did you feel that there was any false advertisement here with Coffee and us getting a cameo? This was a cameo.
Yes, this was all a cameo. I was so upset about this. Y'all know I love me this chocolate man right here. And I was like, oh man, we're going to have this big love triangle and it's going to be this whole thing, right? And we were going to have him all throughout it. I was so disappointed. Oh God, I was so disappointed about that.
What were your overall thoughts of the film? Because I appreciated the film. Ashley did. Kay said, hell no. How did you feel? Were you here for this movie overall?
Kay, I'm mad at you right now. I thought this was so good. Like, I loved it. I thought it was a really cute Christmas rom-com. I mean, it definitely gave me all the Christmas feels. It gave me like it was just so cute and adorable. Like, how could you not? Okay, we gonna
Where
talk later.
was good at?
We gonna talk later. We gonna talk later.
And we just briefly mentioned Deval and his range that he was able to explore here and how we appreciated it. I appreciated it and saw it. Ashley loved it. Kay once again said, "Hell no." How did you feel about his performance here in this role?
I think he did a really great job. Honestly, from someone who watches the Tima, and then seeing him kind of cross over into this particular role, I thought he did a really good job. I think I really saw him in a different light because I'm so used to seeing him as this character over here, right? And then being able to see him with this softer side, and just really tapping into something different. I loved it. I thought he did an amazing job.
We did the same. Et tu. Kay said beautiful gowns. Beautiful gowns. And last but not least, EJ, if you had to pick one of these movies, which one are you picking?
I'm going to Best Man Holiday all day.
Child, I guess I should have put something else over there. Y'all said hell no. Maybe I should have put this Christmas over there to keep it.
Yeah, you should have. This Christmas would have been
that. This Christmas is what I would do.
It was a long day. I should have put this Christmas over here. That's when Chris still had that lips. And he was That's when he was still stumping the yards and whatnot. I should have put that over there because it was a whole lot of drum in there. And then there's almost Christmas. My bad. It was look at here. All right. But we get back here and this is the premise of the movie, y'all. This is a very simple plot in a simple film. We are trying to get these tickets so we can link back up with James. The whole time she is feeling like this is fate. This must be love. Every single thing that happens in this film, it must be a sign. I'm pushing my way, making my way downtown to get back to this man because he must be the one, even though that this is a year later apart from the meeting in this airport and making this pact. Anybody want to share anything on this situation?
Listen, this look that Christina got on was so cute to me. I was like, okay, girl, you better let him dress you. Let him dress you, honey. Let him use you. I like a fateful love story. Like, okay, we meet this one time, and if we're both single at the same time next year, let's go and let's just see what happens. And we're not gonna reach out to each other. I love it. I'm a true hopeful romantic at heart. So I'm here for all of the fluff and frills, and it's a sign. It's a sign. It's kismet. We're meant to be. This feeds that part of me. So I'm here for it.
Kay, would you ever go this hard to link up with the possible love of your life, because you don't actually know this man. You met him in an airport and felt like in the hours that you guys got to talk, y'all had so much in common. And he said, meet me at this date if you happen to be single. Would you go this hard to meet your man?
I'm not waiting a year to see Kofi. If I seen somebody that fine in the airport, what relationship?
You just gonna leave your man? Okay.
First of all, he tried to kill me by putting peanuts in the food. Okay, that was already a red flag. He don't care about my life. You don't care. Hey, you a medical professional and you trying to take me out. Sir, go ahead and leave your number. We ain't even gotta wait a whole year.
EJ, are you pressing this hard to get them tickets, them Pentatonix tickets to meet up with James a year later?
If we didn't get together then I don't think we gonna get together now. But when I got this, probably not. I'm thinking real hard about. I'm just looking at it. I'm like, dang, he fine though. But nah, I'm not doing it. I ain't doing it.
Yeah, she said absolutely not. Because y'all gotta remember, she had that brief encounter with Teddy already. And we were roaming these New York streets with this fine man, looking for another fine man. Ma'am, please. Please, ma'am. But yeah, I'm not here. Now, I wanted to acknowledge this because I didn't know this is an actual group.
Mm-hmm.
Girl, where?
Acapella group. Remember, you don't remember when that was a thing like some years ago? The acapella groups. Okay,
I was very surprised. I had no apparently no, Ashley. I had no clue that this was a real 3-time Grammy Award winning. I thought this was something made up for the film and them being, charismatic and being just as invested. Here we have these two roaming the streets trying to get tickets, and they're a little honorary, being the pop stars that they are, and they're getting more and more invested in their love or whatever from the beginning all the way to the end, to the point that they want to assist in him getting with her. I thought these were fake folks. I thought they just had, nice little voices. Kay, did you know that this acapella group was a real deal? They out here in these streets really selling tickets. Because the first thing that came to my mind, and it's nothing towards them, I was like, I ain't doing all of this for no damn Pentatonix tickets. What the hell? That was the first thing that came to my mind. I was like, Pentatonix tickets? I mean, an acapella group? Y'all really out here selling out acapella groups? Hell yeah, from the looks of it, I'm just not one of them. Kay, did you know anything about them?
Yeah, I knew they were a group, but I wouldn't be going that hard for them either. I mean,
I didn't know.
Mm-mm.
I didn't know. Well, how did you feel about them? These are their first acting roles as well. This is their first film.
Oh yeah, I love their singing though. I love their voices. I'm not going above and beyond or across the street to get tickets, but I do love their Christmas songs because I listen to the white people radio station on Christmas sometimes.
So do they specialize in Christmas, or do they just, baby, I didn't know.
I don't know. I only hear him around Christmas time, like Michael Bublé. I don't know if he do just Christmas or anything else, but I just know I hear him around that Christmas time of the year.
Oh Lord, Bree said they've been around since 2010s, baby. I had no clue. I was like, this is cute. Okay, and I was going to look them up. I said, oh, this is a real factual group. EJ, did you know that these were real folks, real Grammy award-winning folks?
Had no clue. Did not know it. First time hearing about it. Knowledge is power.
How did you feel about their performances here? Because they play a role in here in this film also.
Yeah, I thought this was cute. I love the premise that they are trying to, do this whole matchmaking thing and trying to see where it's going to lead. And they're kind of holding they are invested. Everybody's invested in this story. So I love that part. And they really can sing. I honestly didn't know they were a real group, but they really can sing.
Yeah, I thought they was doing some voiceovers. Ashley, well, clearly you knew about them. How did you feel that their performance and their addition, were they in addition to the film? Because they could have just been here in name only since they're factual. No, they were acting.
I actually enjoyed that element of it, kind of like these voyeurs inside the journey and another kind of outlet for the viewer. I thought it was cute, everybody, because they were all members of the audience who's actually watching the movie, right? Like, oh, she need to stay with Teddy. Oh, no, she need to give James a chance. She need to see what's going on over there. So I liked their little chime-ins every now and again. Yeah, and I originally found out about them. They did a reality show And again, it was years ago. And so they did do other stuff, but I think Christmas is where they kind of, I think that's their bread and butter. But yeah, no, I enjoyed them. I enjoyed how they all had different takes and personalities. I just thought it was a cute little element to add, to the film.
I love how Ashley's in like a Frosty the Snowman snow globe. I just love it. You just shake her and the flakes just. I love it. I love it. I love it. Now on the journey to James, we get a whole lot of time with Teddy, and where we go, it's an adventure. It turns into an adventure film, and we're getting here, no tickets, but we're meeting these people, and we're learning something. In every single place that we go, there's that Christmassy, Hallmarky aspect of it. Actually, were you here for the adventure in the meeting this weird couple? The tickets are sold out here. Him get maced and her finna give up an arm and a leg to the stranger that she got off a Craigslist type of situation. Like, baby, she was desperate. She was desperate. I was like, and I ain't doing all of this. But were you here for the journey?
I am. We were raised on movies like this. You talked about it a little bit earlier, but like Adventures in Babysitting. We got to go through all these steps to get to the end result. I love movies like that. And I think that's because that was the format for a lot of our movies growing up. So I'm here for an adventure, a scavenger hunt. Listen, we got to figure it out. The freaky couple. I said, are they going to invite them in? Because she was like, oh, he's fine. I said, what kind of... I said, what we got going on here? But I liked that idea. We're trying all these avenues to get these tickets, and it's by any means necessary. It's up and it's stuck, and she's so type A, baby, that I'm gonna go with you every step of the way, Teddy. And so we see the romance and relationship build. I think this is almost a foolproof trope at this point. Like it's almost ironclad. Like it's hard to mess this up, I think, in terms of a storyline. So I was here for it. I was here for the journey of it all.
It was. I was here for him studying her and learning her and listening to her. You could tell, you knew where we were going. Like, these movies ain't nothing, baby, they predictable. So you already knew where we were ending up, especially with the beginning and her having his creme brulee little bowl and him trying to figure out where he knew her from the entire time. So we knew it was coming, but him understanding, like, yeah, you don't want that. I heard you got a peanut allergy. Like, he's attentive. He's a good man, Savannah. Okay, were you here for the adventure?
This adventure was way too long. Okay, it was just way too long. Unless I'm watching Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, I don't need you to make all these pit stops. Okay, just get to where we're going. I was waiting for the end of the story so Kofi could pop back up. I was like, all this is useless. Can we get to the concert?
Oh, Lord, Kay. Was there, because I think I have it in maybe the next slide or the one afterward. Was there one particular adventure or like little pit stop that tickled your fancy? Were you here for the Chanel stop? Were you here for this freaky kind of Addams Family adjacent type of couple? Were you here for him getting maced? Were you here for the cousin Jordy? Like, you didn't like none of the stops.
I was here for the cousin, except for the performance though. Like I was here for the cousin when they was at the house and when he met his mom. But then we had to go through all that singing and stuff. I said, oh, here we go.
Oh Lord, EJ, what about you? Were you here for this journey that we went on, getting to know them and them getting to know each other? Because like Teddy, let's not forget, Teddy can cook. Okay. Teddy had dreams and ambitions and put him to the side to take care of his mama because he was a good man, Savannah. But he can cook and he fed her and everything. He was attentive. What you here for, DJ?
Absolutely here for every last single bit of it. I just love. Like I'm like the truest lover of love, and I love a good Christmas love story. And I loved every little thing about this journey. Like I was here for every last single minute. And I especially love the Christmas part, Tyra, like the cooking part, Tyra. That was like my favorite moment. Like the way they were looking at each other, the little touches with the little stuff, like
baby, because what we not gonna do is act like they had some really good chemistry. I'll say that. I will say that the chemistry was on point. I was like, I had to keep reminding myself like they're married, because sometimes you watch stuff and you're not surprised when they pop out as a couple because they have such good on-screen chemistry. I was like, okay, yeah, they're married. I'll keep forgetting because baby, the chemistry is real thick here. I'm liking it. They're selling it. Ashley, why you making faces?
Because I said, listen now, I said, Deval, I said, we talked about this offset. Listen, be careful over there. Keep it cute, Deval, because I like Kadeen. Like Kadeen, we're not doing this. Christina? Close your legs to married men. Ain't nothing happened. I'm not making any conjecture. I'm just saying we see what happened. We had a whole generation of seeing what happens on the stage. Oh, I met him, and then conveniently a year later they pop up, pop out. Don't do that. Don't play no games.
Ooh, well,
and I know how y'all sometimes listen.
You remember when Brad popped out with Angelina?
I do. I remember Ben and Jen. I remember all of them swapping. You okay?
Yo, we ain't doing that. This was rom-com, and we're gonna leave it at that. We're gonna leave it on the stage. But
they did have chemistry. It was cute.
I'm gonna acknowledge the bestie Roxy, because we have an assist from bestie Roxy. And I know how some films can get, especially when we have a dark-skinned bestie and her only passion or design in any film is to get the main character, preferably a lighter-skinned character, where they need to be into their man, and we don't have an agenda of our own. But some are problematic and some aren't. I just wanted to acknowledge it here and see what you guys thought about it. Kay, how did you feel about Roxy?
Kay, please. I like Bestie because she made a lot of sense. Like she made sure she called her out. I didn't have any problems with her character or anything, but it's the look of it. Like, why does it have to be every single time the light-skinned main character, straight hair, long hair, she gets the guy, then the best friend or the older sister got to be dark-skinned with the natural hair, got to be looking all Afrocentric? Why? Why do we have to see the same aesthetic over and over? Why her friend can't be light-skinned? Why the main character couldn't be dark-skinned with natural hair? Why the black girl couldn't have straight hair, have a perm or blowout or something? It's just the same aesthetic. Just because she's dark-skinned, she got to wear natural hairstyles and be the complete total opposite of her bestie. I was just like, why would we have to give this aesthetic again? What was the Coming to America and Guess Who? I'm just like, here, we got to see the same thing all over again.
I mean, I didn't have a problem with it here. I would say I would have liked, for even if it was just a mention that, I have my own man. Because there's always that, girl, I'm trying to push you to find your love of your life. Because it's about, and we know it's about the main character, but, hey, as long as we would have knew that Roxy had a man in the back, that's all I wanted. Like, yeah, how long we going to be here at this dance hall? Because I got to get to my man. That's all. EJ, how did you feel about the assist from Bestie Roxy in her role here? It's muted, EJ.
Okay, there we go. My bad. I mean, either way, it didn't really do nothing much for me. But I like Roxy though. I mean, she was cool. She gave the assist. She did what she was supposed to do. She came in. She played her role. I didn't really put a lot of thought into it. I'll be honest.
No, we don't. I just wanted to acknowledge it because it does become, tropey after we've seen it so many times. And
yeah,
I didn't want to not mention Roxy. Ashley, what about you?
Yeah, that's why you go across the street to Lifetime and to Hallmark, because they're going to mix it up a little bit. You know what I mean? But I think it's kind of par for the course in this space. They're either going to have like a gay bestie, they're going to have a chunky best friend, or it's going to be a darker skin, bestie. I would say that over at Lifetime and Hallmark, you are seeing them make an intentional effort to diversify that storyline. And so you will start seeing a lot more protagonists that are darker skin over there. Netflix is just going to stick beside it, because we had Bonnie and the other one. They always going to do a racially ambiguous light skinned black woman, Afro Latina, somewhere in between over there on Netflix. I don't know. It's just their thing. And like I said, the bestie, the side character who's going to help you out is always either going to be dark skinned, they're going to be chunky, or they're going to be gay. That's just what they do. I don't know.
Every time. Yeah, Netflix doesn't have a tendency to have a darker woman facing forward unless it's one of our OGs that we know, like a Gabrielle Union. Now,
they talking my language.
Now, and people like to, think of a Christmas movie to be in a certain way. Bridget Jones' Diary in them is over there in the Christmas. But any film where Christmas takes place, we put it in the bucket, okay? We have Love Actually versus Bridget Jones' Diary. Ashley, what you doing?
This is hard for me. These are two of my favorite Christmas movies. You guys, I'm going to be publishing my official watch list for Christmas here in the next couple days because y'all need it, okay? But these are two of my top favorites. But But just for nostalgia and for the story, and if you want to laugh your behind off and maybe even cry a little bit, I cried on both of these actually, but it's gonna be Bridget Jones' Diary for me by a hair. If you have not watched Bridget Jones' Diary, you are missing out on life. It is one of the most hilarious Christmas movies, holiday movies that you will see. I feel like Renee Zellweger did her big one. I remember this being a thing because she gained all this weight for it, because she's typically skinny and she had to be kind of frumpy, a little overweight. Listen, Colin Firth and Hugh Grant in their prime, baby, you don't lose. But Love Actually is actually a very great movie as well. But it's Bridget Jones. Okay, I'm done. I'm sorry. But yes, Bridget Jones.
Child, Love Actually doesn't even hold a candle for me if we putting it next to me. And I enjoy Love Actually. I do. It's so many different storylines there, and it's it gives. But Bridget is something different. As far as what I'm throwing on and what I remember, especially teen years watching on a regular, because I threw on Edge of Reason too. It was always Bridget. Bridget just brought something different. It was funny. She was charismatic. She was different. She was a hot mess that you absolutely loved, and they loved too. And I love me some Colin Firth. I was here for him, trying to be romantic, but not really. The stiffest romantic you ever want to see in your life. I'm gonna go with Bridget Jones. Kay, which one you got?
I'm gonna take Rick Grimes for 300 Alex and go with Love Actually.
You can't just be picking the Kay because Rick Grimes over there. Is that the sole reason, Kay, or do you really prefer Love Actually?
I do prefer Love Actually. I don't like looking at Renee Zellweger's face with
What's wrong with her face? What are you talking about, Kay? You know what? Never mind. It don't even matter. EJ, what about you? Love Actually or Bridget Jones' Diary?
I mean, I liked both of them. To be honest, they were both, but let me see. I was gonna say Love Actually because I feel like I like that one a little bit better just because we had more stuff. You know what I'm saying? We had different storylines going on. But I'm gonna stick with that one. Because I like Bridget, but I'm gonna Love Actually.
I love Bridget. That was my girl. I was Bridget.
She's so toxic, but she's amazing. Listen, she's toxic as hell. Made all the wrong decisions, but you love her.
Who don't want these granny panties? Let's go. I'm here for Bridget, okay? I'm absolutely here for Bridget, but I can understand.
I like Bridget.
Anybody would want to pick Love Actually, but if I'm picking, I'm going over there with Miss Jones. Now we get here. This was the pit stop I was waiting on. I didn't know I was waiting on it, but once we got to Cousin Jordy, this turned into a different film. the way I was like, oh, it's Jennifer Lewis in male form. It's Jennifer Lewis and male form. Cousin Jordy gave me everything that I ever wanted. He showed up and stole the film. I loved it. I love that it was very funny and over the top and outlandish, but it didn't feel like a caricature. I appreciated that. I had fun with it, and I was here for Jordy. More Jordy, and whatever, meet me next Christmas. More Jordy, please. Kay, were you here for Cousin Jordy?
I was here for Cousin Jordy, yes. Okay. Now, this is the part where I did laugh. This is the only time I laughed in the whole movie.
Oh, Lord. Good. I didn't know what you was going to say. Good, Kay. Good. But did anything what was the standout? When did you like belly laugh at Cousin Jordy? What was your moment? Because he did a lot in the few minutes he had.
When he decided to be Debbie Allen.
He said, what it took this.
Because I was like, who finna do those dance moves?
Yeah, it was very, you want fame. This is where you start paying and sweat. It was doing what needed to be done.
And he was serious about them moves too.
He was giving them instructions. Nobody puts baby in the corner. It took me back to Dirty Dancing because he was like,
yes, that's Kaylin Allen. I love him.
We need a lift. I don't know who. I know the name now, but I'm not. Where is he from? Kaylin Allen.
Ellen Show. He was social media, right?
He was he started as a social media personality.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I don't know.
I had no clue.
Doing video edits of food and stuff, and just started. He blew up from social media.
Oh, that's nice. Good to know too. EJ, were you here for Cousin Jordy, and what did you love about him the most?
Cousin Jordy was giving so much because I love Cousin Jordy. I love this whole part. Like, I love this whole scene, but I just love his personality. I feel like he just gave a little bit of, but I knew it was something more. I was like, he is so invested in this. There has to be something more. I love the fact that he got them out there on the pretenses of getting these doggone tickets, but not telling them what they really had to do in order to get the tickets. I love that whole entire situation. So yeah, shout out to Cousin Jordy.
Yes. Shout out to Dane C for the $2 who came in here being messy as usual. And he said Die Hard versus all the movies. Are y'all taking Die Hard versus all the movies?
I'm not putting Die Hard above Friday After Next.
Okay, because that is a Christmas movie too. Thank you, Kay.
Lord. Hold up. I was gonna check my palm palette. I ain't doing nothing. Yeah, thank you, Dane. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, I was here for Jordy in the way that, because some men, especially in Hollywood, they're like, well, I'm not doing that. When they had their little cute handshake, like, hey, Jordy, I was like, I'm here for all of this. Baby, I was here for all of it. Yeah. Him dancing, like, put your hands on the waist and like, yeah, put your back into it because I'm trying to win. They kicked me out, but I'm back for the crowd. Actually, were you here for Jordy, and what was your favorite thing?
Absolutely. I love that this didn't feel forced. It felt like Jordy was really his cousin. Like, okay, hey, cuz, like, let's just do it. Like, I love that family dynamic because it felt really like family. And then Kaylin, like I said, I first saw him on Ellen, but I do think he came, like Kay said, from social media. So just to see his evolution in this whole thing, I was excited for that as well. I thought it was cute that he had been banned from the competition, and so now he's trying to weasel his way back. They got pictures of him up in the thing, like he is not allowed in this competition anymore. But I thought it was such cute, like kind of like let's mix up the plot a little bit or the story, let's lighten it. And I thought that was super fun. And then we got to see their chemistry. So I was here for all of this.
And Deval can dance a little bit. He can do a little two-step. I was like, you better get outside and do these moves. He said, because baby, I only slashed one tire. It's not tires. I only slashed one. I was here for it. If I rolled anything back, it would be Cousin Jordy. I'm gonna just skip to Cousin Jordy and now watch the rest of it. But we get to where we knew what we were getting all along. It's been Teddy this whole time. It's always been Teddy. You had time to see them bond and all that good stuff. We knew that already. But I just want to know if you guys were here for the actual performance. Ashley, what did you think about the actual two-step? And should they have
this is my one little qualm with it, because Christina, why you not singing? They ain't give you a check to sing? Like, I don't know why we needed a track. Like, come on, girl. You a singer, right? I'm sorry, I couldn't even keep a straight face saying that. But I'm just saying, I wanted a little bit more. I did. I liked her little high kicks. I liked to grab the thigh and do all that. But I did want a little bit more in the performance. I see why they came in second place. But was it cute? Yes. Was I here for the theatrics of it all? But you wasn't gonna beat Tasmania or whoever that was in the beginning. Come on, be for real. You wouldn't win any tickets.
When he said RuPaul's Drag Race, I was like, y'all lost. Y'all lost already because maybe the queens are gonna perform. Kay, were you here for this dancing, this performance, and do you feel like they should have won?
Okay.
Come on, Kay.
This is the worst part of the movie. I didn't need this whole musical performance. I hated this whole thing. I wanted to turn it off after this. I said I did not sign up for no musical. I didn't sign up for this at all. This was no. Now see, I knew music was gonna be in Jingle Jangle, so I was cool with the songs and performances there. This, I said, hell to the no. Let's move it on. By this point, I said, let's get to the point. I'm ready to see Kofi before I skip to the end.
Not you skipping. Not how y'all be on my neck about double tapping my space bar. You was finna skip, Kay.
I was this close. And the song wasn't even bopping like that.
Wow.
Santa baby, right? Like
Santa baby.
Dang. Thank you for the $2. He said, enemy of the state versus all the movies. Who wins? It sure ain't Will Smith.
No,
the only thing that would make me watch Enemy of the State is the chance to see Regina in a lingerie in a garage. Ain't nobody turning on Enemy of the State. And that's that one film when anybody goes, what did Denise Huxtable do outside of the Cosby Show? And they go, oh, she was in Enemy of the State that one time. Ain't nobody putting that on. Oh, anybody else choosing Enemy of the State over anything? This is an equal opportunity.
No, all the movies they win. All the movies, yeah.
Yeah, we just trying to see Regina and her peekaboo.
I like Enemy of the State, but it's gonna be a no for me, Dane.
Lord, not they calling Kay the Grinch now.
They did.
I got my Christmas backdrop right up here for y'all. Okay,
She put it up Christmas land. She put the
we gonna get our heart to grow 3 times. Watch.
Kay said, I ain't got nothing good to say. I'm gonna put this Christmas backdrop up for y'all though, so y'all can get into the spirit. Oh, EJ, were you here for the performance? Did you feel like they should have won?
Listen, I was absolutely here for the performance, but I knew they weren't going to win. But I love this performance. I love Santa Baby. It's one of my favorite Christmas songs too. Like, I loved everything about this. I love the chemistry of it all. I love the way she touched him. I love the way they was spinning. I love the kiss. Like, this was it was everything that we needed in our lives.
Anything that's going to be, nobody puts baby in the corner. We're going to do that lift. Give me that Patrick Swayze because I love me some Patrick. I was here for it. I was just here for that moment. And this one you really saw like the peak of the chemistry because they was, yeah. I was like, all right. I was over there with Ashley. All right.
That kiss.
Keep it cute. Y'all locking lips a whole lot. All right. It was. The chemistry was really, really good. I wouldn't mind seeing them together in something else. What's this shady? Because what you had said to me in the airport, Kofi, James, you had told me if and when we were still single, you're going to meet me at this Pentatonix. Matter of fact, unlike Teddy, who was the real love of our life, I put you on the Pentatonix. And you was like, you know what? I'm not with it. I could get with it. How you going to pull up with your woman? So somewhere I put you on to getting tickets all picturesque on the site, show up with flowers, hopping out the car looking good, all good in this little cashmere. It looks soft. And you brought your woman. I mean, actually, should we be holding James to the promises he made in the airport to Christina or no?
Hell no. He too fine to be upright. We know he was a little bit of a scoundrel. You know he had that dog in him. So no, it wasn't a surprise, and no harm, no foul, baby, because she didn't even get a chance to see James' woman. I said this was the most imaginary love triangle in history. She said, "Oh no, James, I know you're here to see me." Girl, she didn't even get a man to talk, baby. He wasn't thinking about you. He with his fine woman, they about to go see the seats. But at least he told his current woman about the whole experience, apparently. He's like, oh, that's her. But I was tickled, but it was kind of shady. But we know you ain't that fine and don't have no scoundrel proclivities. You know what I'm saying? Because why would you do that, sir? Of all the things in all the city. In New York at Christmas, you got to go to Pentatonix. Go see the Nutcracker. Take that heifer to see the Nutcracker. You ain't have to take her here.
Like how you forgot. You made, first of all, you made promises to me in the middle of this airport, okay? We sat here for hours telling deep, dark, and getting to know each other, and you didn't even know it was me on the street until like, oh, babe, that's the chick from the airport. Oh, he was discussing me. Like, yeah, this chick from the airport, little yang riding the house. She had told me about this group. I'm gonna get us some tickets, baby, so we can go. Kay, was this shady, or were you getting your life because you finally got to see Kofi again?
How was it shady? Because didn't she pull up with her man too? If I'm not
she
mistaken.
was on the way, Kay. She was on the way to see this man the whole time. She thought like he was gonna be there for her because that's what he had said.
And yet she came there for her man. In the end.
Well,
trying to fight the security guard trying to get backstage to see her man. In the end, she was there with her man. So it wouldn't have mattered. He'd have looked a real fool if he pulled up single because she wasn't there for him anyway. She went just to meet back up with old boy.
At least he remembered it, Kay. He didn't know who she was. He was looking like, who this hysterical woman walking up on me on the street? I don't know you.
Did too, over there running around looking crazy.
EJ, was this shady or no?
you know, there are two parts to this, right? I can see it from both angles. Now, there is the part where why would you come to this concert when you made that particular promise? That's what makes it shady. Like, honestly, we did say if we didn't have people, right? If we didn't have people. So we made that very clear. However, it could be a little misleading if I show up to this doggone thing, right? Thinking I ain't got no people. So I'm gonna show up just in case you ain't got no people, but you show up with people. That's not cool. Like, that's the part that makes it shady. But you know, I'm not mad at it. We got to see Kofi again, and she had found her person, her real person. But I am mad that he didn't know who she was until the moment. I was like, "Come on, bro, really?"
That's her, girl. You ain't, because you was selling it. If you was just bored in the airport waiting on your flight, then just say that.
Say that.
Making me false promises.
All you had to do. With your
fine ass. Don't do that. don't do that, Kofi. But y'all already know how it goes. We have the fairy tale-esque ending. Teddy, I'm here. I heard everything you said, and I just love you too. It was cheesy. It was over the top. We even have him having little scenarios where you can see that he has a fear of heights, and he overcomes that, slid down in a whole Santa suit. And what he says, he's like, you know what? I can't just pop out there. It has to be a grand gesture. She deserves that. She needs a grand gesture. I got to make this a moment. Ashley, did you like this chum bucket moment?
Okay, so I was annoyed. This was the part that I think annoyed me a bit because, sir, you was up there for 15 minutes. And Heffa, why are you trying to get through the back? Go through the front. You got a ticket. Like, why aren't we just going in? Like, go up and run on the stage like you ended up doing. I felt like that was wasted time. She explaining the story to the Santa on the street. She explaining it to the security in the back. He ain't talking about, oh, I should have just let her in, shouldn't I? Shut up. Like, we did not have to spend 5, 10, 15 minutes there doing all of this stuff and him sitting up there shaking like a leaf. Sir, do you want her or not? Do you want her or not? Quit playing. You done did all this other stuff, and now you scared to go down a slide. Quit playing with me and get to it. But the payoff, it was cute. You know, he looked like he was in love with that woman. You know what I mean? I'm here for it. He was fine in his red suit. Go on. Q, get sang out. I loved it. I love it. I'm here for all of it. All the foolishness.
You know how many false promises I done made to bitches I done met in the airport, okay? I done rolled up on me a woman making them false promises. I ain't know who they was when I saw them again. People do this all the time. My bad, TP. I was unaware. People making conversation. It's one thing to make conversation. You making false promises? Oh, brother.
Okay.
I already know where Kay was because at this point I was tired. I was like, y'all dragging it. Y'all are dragging it, them in the singing and her trying to get in. He's me. I'm Layla. He's talking about me. Let me in. I was like, oh, look, if you don't take your ass through the front, Rosa. Kay, how'd you feel about this?
You know, I like this part because we got more singing from Pentatonix and less acting from them too. I mean, we could have stayed at the concert for a little bit longer and just let them sing Christmas songs. I was here for the Christmas songs. I mean, the voices was voicing. Okay, they was doing what needed to be done. They looked good on stage. They just kept breaking up the songs because them two and a love story was interrupting the concert.
EJ, what about you? Did you feel like this was long-winded, or did you feel like it was perfect and you were just happy to see them finally get together and kiss for like the third time?
Listen, first and foremost, did I mention how much I love? Listen, I was so here for this. Like, I loved it. Like, I didn't care about how long it took to get here. I was just happy to see them get to where they got to. I was like, okay, we here. You know, finally, yes, maybe she could have went around the front. But I mean, that was the beauty of it. This is romance, right? Like, this is what it is all about. This is what they do in these type of movies, right? Like, if you've seen one, you've seen most of them, and you know that this is the dynamics of it. So you just take it, you embrace it, and you love it, and you just be in it. Like, just be in it. Me and Kay gonna watch some of these movies together. That's what we gonna do. I'll wear you down.
Child, last but not least, closing out the film, should Julia have ended up with Dudley? Because what we're not going to do is not act like, I don't know why they put Courtney in this situation. You don't be, no pun intended, okay? No pun intended. But you don't put Courtney B. Vance next to this. You don't do that. Baby, the way that he and Whitney had all kind of good chemistry, it was bursting through the screen. But it was just, for her to make her way back around to Courtney and him learning to appreciate her for what she had to offer. But in a different universe, because he wasn't trying to go back up there. He was like, I found my people. What would you say, God? Would you say, Lord? If I stay down here? Because that's what I'm trying to do. I could be a little conniving and stay down here and take this woman. Did you hear her sing them songs? Because baby, we talk about singing down. Now this was singing down. But EJ, would you have if you had to pick the way that this movie would have ended, would Julia have ended up with Dudley or stay with her husband?
Every single time. Bump her husband. He wasn't right for her. She should have been with Dudley. Dudley was the one, and he was going to be a great stepfather. And let's not pretend like he wasn't.
He absolutely was. The chemistry was off the charts. He was here with the son. Like it was just everything. The preacher man just wasn't, Courtney wasn't putting it down. He wasn't doing it. It just Julia needed a back rub. It was things that Courtney wasn't gonna do, even when he got it right with the Lord and with the church and with the building fund and the offering. It just wasn't. We needed more than to sing them songs in the choir. Okay, we needed some love and affection. Kay, if it was up to you, would Julia have ended up with Dudley?
Hell no. That was a married woman. Do he want to be a fallen angel?
I mean,
maybe. I mean, if he want to go to hell afterwards, then go ahead, do your thing. My guy. But if you want to keep your wings and you want to go, go back through the pearly gates, I'm gonna need you to back off the woman because she married. Now, when y'all meet again after her demise and you still up there, then I mean, you up there you can wait an eternity for her to come home. Okay, it ain't that long.
It was too much. That moment before he's about to ascend, because I got my wings, and he turned that picture like just in case I was thinking about it. Let me go and put myself in that frame. Look at me and Julia. We look good, though. Let me turn it on. Let me turn it on back to Courtney. Since that, let me do the right thing and go home to glory.
Exactly. Keep your wings, big dog. Keep your wings.
Ashley, what about you?
I mean, we're going to just take a moment really quickly just to acknowledge this era of Denzel. Because the way he was fine in this gray on gray on gray on gray. And honestly, the only way Julia was able to move on with her life is because her memory was wiped. Because let's be honest, if you had him lingering in your mind, there's no way. And also, if you guys have not watched The Bishop's Wife, which is what this is based on, go back and get your whole entire life. It is worth the watch. But listen here. I really thought Dudley was going to be like in City of Angels, like Nicolas Cage was talking about. Are you willing to give up your existence as an angel for this woman? But no, he was an angel. They were two worlds apart. She needed to stay with that preacher man. But again, her memory is wiped.
The chat said he's willing to go to hell for Whitney Houston.
Don't do it. It ain't worth it.
I see you running around with that Dudley. That's one fine man. Like, yeah, I seen you. When Jennifer Lewis started keeping the game, see y'all hanging out. Yeah, it was late. You coming in with your little tight black dress on with that good French roll. Where you been? Where you been? Get on in here, okay? What we're not gonna do is be sinning. She said I'm the only sinner in this house. She took it way back. She was get in here and get with your man, because you're spending a whole lot of time, a lot of happy time over there with Denzel. But if that memory wasn't wiped, okay? And Jeremiah was excited. He said, you know what? I know a stepdaddy when I see one. In a different universe, I would have loved to have seen what that looked like. But that's just me being a sinner.
They can meet up in after they reach the pearly gates, okay?
We got time for that, Kay. We got time to be waiting on that. We got time to be waiting on that. But I would have liked to have seen, Lord.
We need to see it now. Right now.
Honestly, Yo, that was Meet Me Next Christmas. Drop down in the comments and tell us y'all favorite, preferably like a rom-com Christmas movie, because y'all already know Home Alone go eat every time.
Every time.
Home Alone seems go eat every time. But preferably, like, drop down and let us know a rom-com Christmas movie that might be your fave. Ashley, let the people know what you got going on and what you dropping for the 18th time this week.
Well, you guys know I dropped my solo review on this one. Tonight, I will have my Eat, Slay, love, review up, and post it. And tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we will be back to talk Eat, Slay, Love. So you have time to watch these 3 episodes on Peacock. Listen, it's worth a watch to me. We watched it all together last night, and yeah, I think you guys should watch it. And then don't forget, tomorrow night we have EJ's first watch along. Be there, be square, and prepare for a difference, right? In this one, don't forget Sundays are for 3 women, and Monday is Disclaimer, baby. And if y'all have not caught up on 3 Women in Disclaimer, do that. Because the way Disclaimer had me in my feelings on today, I don't even know. But you guys, make sure you're subscribed to everybody and make sure you have that notification bell checked. Tyra, thanks so much for hosting. This was fun. And hopefully more Christmas content is coming your way. I love it here.
Take her on down. She's going too far. And get her on off the screen. Making false promises over here. EJ, I'm gonna put you on there. Don't you talk about no Christmas content. Let me put you on.
Okay. Okay, so on my channel, I just did Found. So I've been reviewing Found. Tamika and I have been talking about that. So definitely check that out. And then if you're not watching Found, you got to watch Found. That stuff is so good. And then I did my All the Queen's Men trailer review. So definitely check that out. I'm going to drop some more videos on that. I just dropped my solo review over this movie as well. And then I'm also going to drop my solo review over Eat, Slay, Love as well. So I'll probably do that one either tonight or early in the morning, but it'll be there. And yeah, I'm excited to host the watch along, y'all. I can't wait to jump into Talking Dirty After Dark. Thanks for hosting, Tyra. Appreciate you, boo.
No problem. Okay, yeah, let them know what kind of time we on, because it won't be near Christmas around here.
Certainly not. We're talking violent stuff over here, okay? So speaking of violence, if you're not watching The Penguin, please go ahead and do that. The season finale airs this Sunday. It's only an 8-episode series, which I wish it was more because it's really good. But I'm doing a live panel for the finale next Wednesday. There's also interviews from cast members of From on my channel. Harold Perrineau, who plays Boyd, and Hannah Jeremy, who plays Julia. Go check out those interviews on the channel. That's what I got coming. We got some movies and stuff that are dropping. I'm anxious to check out Heretic, which is on my list. So when that comes out, you will definitely be getting a review from me.
That's more like it. We're gonna get on out of here. Be sure to join us tomorrow once again for Saturday night's watch along of Talking Dirty After Dark. Be sure to sign up if you are a member. Sign up for the Discord so that you can watch it, and you're not trying to find it, and we're all in the same on the same type of timing when the movie begins. And yeah, Eat, Slay, Love is available on Peacock. Go watch it, because we got to talk about a lady that was there. All right, because the way she pissed me off. And I need y'all to understand why I'm so pissed off, or if I'm valid in my pistivity. Because girl, sit down. Go watch that. Go watch that and join us tomorrow early before the watch long to discuss that. And we will definitely see you guys then. Everybody have a good night. Drop your Christmas movies below. We will get back to them later. Let me take y'all out of here with this.
Second thought, that ain't the way to go. I gotta give her game proper. Spit it so she get it. There she is, I gotta stop her. Or should I talk about a smile? Or what about a style? I'm out of time. She's out the door.